My phone rang and I pick up the phone, and on the other end of the phone there's this voice and it says, "Hi, I'm Steve Jobs and I have a little company that I'd like to tell you about." The company is called Pixar, and inside I went to myself, what is Pixar? The early years were really hard and really challenging. There were many times when I thought that we wouldn't make it. 2 months in, I think I came home and said to Hillary, my wife, like, I think I made the biggest mistake of my career, and because it was like, why would you go work for Steve Jobs, who hasn't had a hit in 10 years, and is being written off as sort of a has-been in Silicon Valley, for Pixar, a company in which burned through $50 million of cash and has nothing to show for it. But, I suppose I first began to think that Pixar was going to break through when Toy Story was released.
Come on, let's wrangle up the cattle.
Toy Story was obviously the first computer animated, feature film that had ever been made. And when Pixar embarked on that project, no one even knew if it was possible because the technology for doing computer animation at that scale really didn't exist. Then you were able to say, wow, Pixar is on its way. And so what Pixar did brilliantly was learn how to harmonize these conflicting forces that went into the making of Pixar. And so on the one side, you have this creative impulse to do this incredible work. And then pulling against that are sort of business imperatives, like how rapidly are you going to make films? So the executives, so Steve Jobs, Ed Catmull, myself, we were not filmmakers. And so we made a decision that we were going to let the creators be creative. And of course, I would say it was an extremely difficult decision to make. I think doing great creative work is a little bit of a leap of faith. When the production goes wrong, it's expensive. So when there's a crisis, it's going to cost money. In the case of an animated feature film, it could cost $10 million if you make a big story change in the middle, which pretty much happens every time. And so it's in the moment of the crisis that you're tempted, as an executive, okay, I need to step in and take over now. It takes a lot of courage to say that you're going to trust your creative people. And so it's about finding the balance, and Pixar kind of mastered that, I think.